Welcome to Massive Beers. My name is Matt. We do the beer stuff here, and new brewery time. Yeah, in the form of Little Willow Brewing Company. This is their crash pad. As you can see down here, it says it's a double dry hop New England IPA. Never heard of this brewery before. Little Willow, they are out of Oxford, Connecticut. Brewed and canned by Little Willow Brewing Company, Florence, Mass, under special agreement in Oxford, Connecticut. Who's in Oxford, Connecticut? Is that Two Roads? I don't know. So, I've never had anything from these guys before, never heard of them before. I have my little shop that I pop into, has that secret little cooler stash in there, and I popped in and I saw this, and I said, hey, 7% Hazie IPA, 3 weeks old, new brewery, let's give it a whirl. What does it say on the actual can? It says, Crash Pad is a double dry hop New England IPA hopped with Cryopop, Citra, and Rakau hops. Look for notes of tropical fruit, passion fruit, and stone fruit. Cheers, Kyle, founder, Little Willow Brewing Company. Little Brewing Company, I said that word, is a hope and dream made into reality thanks to the unwavering support of my mom, dad, and daughter, Willow. Oh, there you go. It's all right. It's cool. It's a little girl bouncing on a bounce pad beneath a willow tree. Willow beneath a willow tree. If I seem distracted during the beer review, it's because the Dodgers are playing the Yankees in the World Series Game 1, second inning. And Otani just flew out to warning power, track power, so I'm getting nervous. Anyway, so yeah, label, all right. Beer. Yeah, that looks all right. Maybe a skosh darker than what I'd want in a 7% hazy. I'd like it to be a little bit brighter, but definitely not in that kind of oxidative kind of coloration. Index finger, super creamy, fluffy, pillowy kind of head to it that, has a skosh off-color white to it and has that rich kind of almost like dull apricot juice kind of core to it. So we're off to a good start, at least as it looks for a 7% hazy. Let's get nose. Okay. What's in this? What is that? Cryopop. There's a greenness in this. There's this grassiness. There's this vegetal medicinal thing, and I mean that in the most positive way. I don't mean it as an off thing. This green grassy medicinal. I would go that. That's how I'd kind of frame it on the nose. I mean, you're getting. They talk about tropical fruits in there, at least aromatically. I'm not getting much, if any, kind of tropical fruit or anything like that. It really is just a blank kind of citrus, maybe a touch of a generic kind of splash tropical fruit, and it's nice and it's decent. It's about what you'd expect for a 7% hazy, and then you get this nice precursor of the soft kind of sweetness, but there really is this little fluttering green thing that kind of really has me kind of super interested in what's going to go on with this beer. Yeah. That smells really good. It's really good. Interesting. Like it doesn't smell a lot like a lot of the hazies that I've had, in recent memory. It has its own unique kind of fingerprint, at least aromatically. Anytime you're going to give me something like that, I'm going to get very, very interested. So we're just going to dive in. Cheers, y'all. That's delicious. That's really good. Yeah, that green thing that I'm talking about, it's still a little bit kind of like mystery to me in the taste. That's the best way I could describe it. Like a slightly, again, minty, medicinal grassiness that I have not gotten in this form or fashion in quite some time. That in of itself makes me like this beer. But outside that, it's got a really lush mouthfeel to it. It's turbid, but not to the point where it's not drinkable. It pulls off that cool trick to where it's got this kind of fullness to its mouthfeel, but at the same time, it goes down pretty damn easy. And Freddie Freeman just did a triple because of an error from Verdugo and left. Jesus. Anyway, I know this is not proper for a beer review, but I can't help myself. At least it's 2 hours first. Anyway, throwing me off my game. I'm sorry, Little Brewing. Just hijacking your stuff with my Yankees angst. Anyway, it just really has this beautiful kind of lush mouthfeel that also is drinkable. It doesn't come off heavy in the swallow and goes down pretty easy. You get that kind of nice fruitiness on there. Again, for me, it's citrus with a touch of... It's honestly running the gamut. You can talk me into stone fruit, citrus, pineapple, tropical fruit, a medley of that, not overtly sweet, decently attenuated, but leaving that sweetness behind that you really need for a 7% hazy. Drinks its weight class. It doesn't hit below. It's not like it's drinking like a 6% hazy. It's definitely drinking all the parts of a 7% hazy. And really is that cool green, grassy, medicinal thing. Again, positive thoughts here. I know a lot of people use medicinal as a negative, but it comes off in this super kind of fluttering, again, not super impactful, but it's definitely there. Eucalyptusy, minty, and again, those words, I haven't used them in quite some time when it comes to an IPA because that's been bred out of hops. So I'm really curious where that is coming from. But in the grand scheme of things, this is a very cool IPA. This is a very cool IPA. I haven't had anything like this in quite some time. And that's where it kind of gets a little bit difficult for me because I can get to the point where I'm going to be like, okay, well, what am I going to say about this beer in the finale of this? You know, we talked about this generic kind of, not generic, but running the gamut of fruitiness. We talked about a beautiful mouthfeel. We talked about this cool minty green grassiness. It's the way the hops are showing. It's super cool. Is it one of the better hazes I've had? Is like, yes. This is a tough conversation because is it Mount Rushmore status? I'm going to say yes. That's a hard nut to crack. There's so many good hazies out there nowadays. I mean, first impressions from a brewery I've not had anything from before, have not heard anything before. I will be back. I will be back. Yeah, very tasty stuff. Showing me a lot of different hop impact, hop flavors that I don't get as much in today's hoppy world. And a beautiful mouthfeel and a really well done spot on 7% IPA. I'm glad I got 4 of these. Let's put it that way. Absolutely fantastic beer. Looking forward to trying more from these people because this is delicious stuff. So yeah, Mount Rushmore status, yes. Value and availability, 7% hazy. Connecticut, never heard them before. $20. It's the price you pay. I wonder what it is at the brewery, but I paid $20. And leave you with, if you like what you like this beer, if you like good hazies, you will dig this. I'm pretty sure. If you don't, then either your can is weird or I'm weird or I just lost my fastball. See what I did there? Yeah, Little Willow Brewing. Have you been to the brewery? Have you had their beers? Have you had this beer? Talk about it down there. I want to talk about them. And if you know where they brew out of, because it sounds like they have their own spot, but then they contract out of somewhere else. Oxford, I just automatically... Who else is doing contracting up that way? A couple of different people. Anyway, if you know, let me know down there. Hopefully you enjoyed the review. Hopefully you're enjoying a little bit of Little Willow right now. Hope to see you next time. Cheers, y'all.